Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic and celebrated coins in American history, the United States Bicentennial Washington Quarter Dollar, dated 1776 to 1976. Yes, that's right. This quarter isn't just a piece of currency, it's a patriotic time capsule. And if you've ever come across one of these quarters in your change jar or an old drawer, you'll want to listen closely, because some of these special coins could be worth a small fortune today. Let's rewind to the year 1976. America was celebrating 200 years of independence. It was a historic milestone, the bicentennial. To mark the occasion, the U.S. Mint released a special set of commemorative coins, the quarter, the half-dollar, and the dollar coin. Each one featured a unique reverse design, different from the usual ones we see. And among them, the quarter quickly became one of the most beloved collector pieces in American coinage history. The obverse side of the quarter still shows the familiar face of George Washington. But flip it over, and that's where things get special. The reverse design features a colonial drummer boy, designed by Jack L. Ahr, standing proudly with his drum, representing the spirit of American Revolution and freedom. Behind him, a victory torch is surrounded by 13 stars, symbolizing the original 13 colonies. This powerful design wasn't just patriotic. It captured the essence of what America stood for in 1776 and what it had become 200 years later. But here's where things get really interesting for collectors. While millions of these bicentennial quarters were minted for circulation, not all quarters are created equal. Some versions of the 1776 to 1976 quarter were struck in 40% silver, not the regular copper-nickel composition. These silver coins were originally part of special mint and proof sets and never meant for general circulation. But over the years, some of them have slipped into everyday pockets, waiting to be discovered by sharp-eyed collectors like you. And that's not all. Some of these quarters carry rare minting errors that can send their value through the roof. Imagine a double-die quarter, where parts of the design are stamped twice, creating a visible shadow or doubling effect on the letters or numbers. Or a coin struck off-center, where the image is pushed to one side and part of the design is missing. There are even cases of quarters being struck on the wrong planchet, using the blank intended for another coin, like a dime or a foreign coin. These errors are like lightning in a bottle, extremely rare and incredibly valuable. Collectors are constantly searching for these rare variants because they represent accidents in the minting process that make each error coin truly one of a kind. A perfect storm of history, uniqueness, and preservation. And when we talk about condition, that's a whole different level. A 1776 to 1976 quarter in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used, has no scratches, wear, or damage, is already worth more than face value. But one that has been professionally graded as mint state, especially those rated MS 67 or higher, is a true prize. Combine that with a rare error or a silver composition, and suddenly, the value skyrockets. Now let's talk numbers. The moment you've been waiting for. If you were lucky enough to own a 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter with a rare error, in perfect uncirculated condition, especially if it's struck in silver or shows a dramatic double die, then congratulations. Because that coin could be worth as much as $83,000. Yes, you heard that right. $83,000 for a quarter you might have once overlooked or tossed into a change jar.so. If you have a stash of old coins at home, now is the perfect time to take a closer look. Grab a magnifying glass, check those dates, study the details, and you just might discover a hidden treasure in your own collection. Remember, every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth tens of thousands of dollars. Top 2, we're talking about one of the most visually stunning and historically significant modern quarters in recent U.S. mint history. The Washington Quarter Dollar featuring George Washington crossing the Delaware. Now don't confuse this one with the state quarters or the America the Beautiful series. This special design was released in 2021, and it carries a bold, patriotic image that has already caught the attention of collectors all across the world. But here's what makes it even more exciting. Not only is this coin rich in historical meaning and powerful symbolism, but certain versions of this quarter could be worth thousands, yes, thousands of dollars more than their face value. And one of them could be hiding right in your pocket. Let's break it down. This quarter was issued after the end of the America the Beautiful program. To mark the transition, the U.S. Mint released a brand new design that brought back the original obverse image of George Washington based on the 1932 portrait, but with a fresh, modern reverse that truly commands attention. On the reverse side, you'll see General George Washington standing boldly at the bow of a boat, sword in hand, as he leads his troops across the icy Delaware River during the Revolutionary War. This powerful scene commemorates the famous 1776 crossing that led to a surprise attack and a key victory at the Battle of Trenton. It's a moment that changed the course of American history, and now it's captured forever on a single quarter. But let's talk about why collectors are going crazy over this coin. While the majority of these quarters were minted for circulation, not all coins are the same. Some incredibly rare error versions and limited strike varieties have been discovered, making them highly valuable. We're talking about minting mistakes that happen during production, such as off-center strikes, die chips, clash dies, doubled dies, or even missing edge details. One of the most popular errors found on the Crossing the Delaware quarter is the die break on Washington's hat or sword, which creates a unique blob or line not found in the original design. Another sought-after error is the extra leaf or unusual metal flaws that make the quarter appear dramatically different under magnification. These types of coins become instant rarities because they are literally one-of-a-kind mistakes. Collectors love coins like this. Why? Because they're not just beautiful and historical, they're unique. A coin with a strong error or flaw is like finding a misprinted baseball card or a rare comic book variant. It stands out from the millions of ordinary coins and becomes a target for serious collectors, and that's where the value starts to climb. Let's not forget about condition. A Washington Crossing the Delaware quarter in perfect, uncirculated condition, especially if it has a minting error, can be significantly more valuable than one that's been through daily use. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as MS 67, MS 68, or higher can bring in serious offers from collectors and auction houses. Now here's the moment you've all been waiting for. If you happen to own a Crossing the Delaware Washington quarter in mint state, and it carries a rare error, such as a double die, off-center strike, or a significant die break, your coin could be worth as much as $81,000. Yes, you heard me right. $81,000 for a single quarter. Think about that. Something as ordinary as a quarter, when struck in a rare way and preserved perfectly, can become a life-changing discovery. This is why it's so important to check your coins. Take your time, look closely at every detail, and don't let a rare find slip through your hands. So, if you've got one of these quarters, or if you know someone who hoards change in jars, tell them to take a second look. Because somewhere out there, someone might just be holding a fortune and not even know it. Top 3 Today's featured treasure. The 2022 United States of America Washington quarter dollar honoring the legendary Wilma Mankiller. Now, don't let its recent release fool you. This modern quarter has already created waves in the world of coin collecting. And what's even more exciting, a few of these coins, under very specific conditions, have turned out to be worth a fortune. So stay tuned, because you won't want to miss the details that could make this coin worth $80,000. Let's begin with the heart of this coin, the story behind it. Wilma Mankiller was not just a leader. She was a trailblazer, an icon, and a voice for the indigenous peoples of the United States. She became the first female principal chief of the Cherokee Nation, breaking barriers and inspiring generations to come. In 2022, as part of the U.S. Mint's American Women Quarters program, she was honored with her very own quarter. And this coin is not just a tribute. It's a symbol of strength, determination, and cultural pride. Take a close look at the design. On the obverse side, we still see the powerful left-facing profile of George Washington, but with a fresh twist. This version of Washington was sculpted by Laura Garden Fraser back in 1932 and finally came to life on a circulating coin in 2022, 90 years later. It's bold, classic, and strikingly detailed. Now flip it over, and you'll find the true beauty of this piece. The reverse features a confident Wilma Mankiller, wrapped in a traditional shawl, standing proud with her gaze set firmly ahead. Behind her, the seven-pointed star of the Cherokee Nation shines as a symbol of eternal light. To her side, the inscription Principal Chief boldly affirms her leadership, but here's where collectors really get excited, because this quarter isn't just meaningful. It's becoming increasingly rare and valuable, especially in certain conditions and with specific types of mint errors that let's talk rarity. Although millions of these quarters were minted, only a small percentage were struck perfectly. The ones in uncirculated condition, with zero scratches, no discoloration, and full luster, are already being separated from the rest and placed into collectors' vaults. But what makes this coin truly stand out are the minting errors that have been discovered. We're talking about double die errors, where the lettering or parts of the design appear slightly doubled due to misalignment. Or die chips, especially around Wilma Mankiller's face or star, giving the coin a unique and noticeable raised bump. There are also off-center strikes, where the image appears shifted and the rim is incomplete. These aren't flaws, they're treasure signals. In the collector world, errors equal rarity, and rarity equals value. Now let's go even deeper. Some Wilma Mankiller quarters have been struck on the wrong planchet, meaning the coin blank used wasn't even meant for a quarter. This rare mistake creates a unique coin that's unlike any other in circulation, and it sends collectors into a frenzy, especially when found in near-perfect condition. Grading matters too. Coins that are professionally graded as MS-67, MS-68, or higher by trusted services like PCGS or NGC can fetch much higher prices than their circulated counterparts. Combine a rare mint error, silver luster, and high grade, and you've got a jackpot on your hands. Now here comes the moment everyone's been waiting for. If you're lucky enough to own a 2022 Wilma Mankiller quarter in pristine uncirculated condition, with a noticeable minting error, your coin could be worth as much as $80,000. That's right, $80,000 for a single quarter. That's the kind of magic coin lovers live for. So, the next time you get change from a store, or you're sorting through your piggy bank or coin jar, keep an eye out for this powerful little piece of American history. Because sometimes, the most valuable treasures aren't gold or diamonds. They're hidden in plain sight, right in the palm of your hand. Top 4. Today's journey into the world of rare and valuable coins brings us face to face with a powerful symbol of progress, leadership, and legacy, the 2022 Eleanor Roosevelt Washington Quarter. This coin isn't just a piece of metal. It's a tribute to one of the most influential women in American history. But here's the twist. While most people think new coins take decades to become collectible, some of these quarters are already being valued in the thousands. And for one particular version, under the right conditions, it could be worth a staggering $78,000. Yes, you heard that right. Stay with me as we explore what makes this coin so special, why collectors are hunting for it, and how a simple quarter could change everything. First, let's talk about Eleanor Roosevelt herself. A first lady like no other, Eleanor was more than just a political figure. She was a humanitarian, a diplomat, a fearless advocate for civil rights, and the voice of the voiceless during some of America's most challenging years. She redefined what it meant to be a first lady, becoming an international icon and a champion for human dignity. In 2022, the United States Mint honored her legacy as part of the American Women Quarters program, releasing a stunning quarter that captures her spirit, her strength, and her tireless work for justice. Now take a look at the coin's design. This isn't your ordinary quarter. On the obverse, we see the refined left-facing portrait of George Washington, sculpted by Laura Garden Fraser. It's a tribute to classical beauty and presidential power, but it's on the reverse where the magic really happens. The design features Eleanor Roosevelt gracefully walking forward, surrounded by text from the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights, a document she played a major role in drafting. With a determined gaze and confident posture, she embodies progress and strength, holding a scroll, symbolizing education, equality, and global diplomacy. Now, this is where collectors start paying close attention. Although the Eleanor Roosevelt quarter was released recently, not all of these coins are alike. In fact, certain versions are already becoming incredibly rare. Why? Because of a perfect combination of limited mintage, unique errors, and high-grade condition, let's talk mint errors. One of the most exciting aspects for coin collectors. Some Roosevelt quarters have been found with double die errors, where the inscriptions or facial features show a slight doubling, creating a shadow-like appearance. Others feature off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing or shifted. There are even reports of die chips, also known as cuds, which leave extra metal in areas that should be flat, giving the coin an unusual texture. Each of these mint errors turns a regular coin into a one-of-a-kind collectible. And the more dramatic the error, the higher the value. But that's not all. Even without errors, collectors are searching for perfect condition coins, ones that have never been circulated. These are known as uncirculated or mint state coins. If a Roosevelt quarter is professionally graded at MS 67, MS 68, or higher, its value increases dramatically. Now imagine a coin that is both in pristine mint state and features a rare minting error. That's the dream scenario for collectors. These coins are being snapped up by investors, enthusiasts, and historians alike. Because not only do they represent monetary value, but they also capture a piece of history, one that honors the legacy of a woman who shaped modern America. And now, here comes the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to own a 2022 Eleanor Roosevelt Washington quarter in perfect, uncirculated condition, especially one with a rare mint error, your coin could be worth as much as $78,000. That's right. $78,000 for a single quarter. Don't overlook the modern coins in your collection, because sometimes the newest pieces hide the biggest surprises. Check your change, look through your coin rolls, visit your local coin shows, because the Eleanor Roosevelt quarter might just be the next big discovery. Top 5, we're launching into something truly cosmic. We're talking about the incredible 2022 Dr. Sally Ride Washington quarter, a coin that doesn't just represent currency. It represents a legacy, a breakthrough, and in some rare cases, a fortune. Yes, you heard that right. This quarter could be worth a life-changing amount of money. So, listen closely, because we're going to explore what makes this coin so rare, the kinds of minting errors that send its value into the stratosphere, and how your pocket change could be hiding a treasure worth $76,000. Let's start with the star of this coin, Dr. Sally Ride. In 1983, she became the first American woman in space, breaking barriers not just for women, but for all future generations of scientists, explorers, and dreamers. She was also a physicist, an educator, and a lifelong advocate for young girls to pursue STEM careers. Dr. Sally Ride's name became synonymous with courage, brilliance, and trailblazing spirit. And in 2022, the U.S. Mint honored her by featuring her on the second release of the American Women Quarters program, a series that celebrates women who changed history. Her presence on a U.S. coin isn't just symbolic, it's monumental. Now, let's talk about this coin's design. On the obverse, you'll see a revived version of George Washington's portrait, this time facing left, originally designed by Laura Garden Fraser in 1932. It gives the quarter a classic yet refreshing look, fitting for a coin series focused on honoring great Americans. But the reverse side is where this coin truly comes alive. Dr. Sally Ride is shown next to a space shuttle window, peering outward, her gaze aimed at the stars. The inscription reads, E pluribus unum, but more than that, it whispers a message of limitless possibility. Behind her is a circular window, symbolizing both the physical and metaphorical view into outer space. It's a design that captures history, ambition, and exploration in one powerful image. But let's get to what collectors really want to know. How rare is it? Now here's the truth. Most coins minted for circulation are common, but certain conditions and details can transform a simple quarter into something extraordinary. Some Sally Ride quarters have been discovered with minting errors that dramatically increase their value. These include double die errors, where parts of the design, like the text or Sally Ride's profile, appear doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. Die chips, or cuds, which are blobs of extra metal that form on the coin due to wear on the die. These often appear on the rim, near the shuttle window, or on Sally Ride's hair. Off-center strikes, which make the image appear shifted or incomplete. Clash dies, where the front and back dies strike each other without a coin between them, creating mysterious ghost-like images across the design. even coins struck on the wrong planchet. The blank metal intended for another denomination entirely. Each of these errors is like a glitch in the matrix, a mistake that makes a coin one of a kind. Collectors go wild for these, especially when the error is clear, well-defined, and easy to spot. Now, condition is everything. A coin that's been in circulation, rattling around in pockets and drawers, won't fetch nearly as much as one in mint state. A coin that looks exactly as it did when it left the U.S. Mint. Coins graded MS 67 or MS 68 by professional services like PCGS or NGC are considered top tier. Combine a high grade with a rare minting error, and you're looking at serious collector gold. And now, here's the part you've all been waiting for. If you happen to own a 2022 Dr. Sally Ride Washington Quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, and it features a rare mint error, your coin could be worth as much as $76,000. That's right, $76,000 for one quarter. This is why collectors are checking every single Sally Ride quarter they can get their hands on. Because while most people see just another shiny coin, we know that with the right combination of history, design, error, and preservation, something small can become something priceless. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coin jars, your pocket change, your rolls of quarters. You never know what might be hiding right in front of you. If you found this video informative or inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss another hidden treasure. We've got plenty more stories, values, and incredible discoveries to share with you. Until next time, keep collecting, keep dreaming, and keep your eyes open, because sometimes the smallest coin holds the biggest surprise.